Hello dear audience, Adab and Namaskar. My name is Saurabh Bonon. The topic of our presentation is Software Requirement Specification Project, course code AC406. Moving on, meet the team members, me Saurabh Bormon, and my other team members are Aisha Nasrin Ripa, Abdullah Alif, Saurabh Devnath and Dhruvo Kanti Bokshi. Especially thanks to our honorable teacher MD Iftekharul Alam Ifat sir to coordinate our project. Before going to start our presentation, let's take an overview for today's presentation plan. First, introduction, then user classes and characteristics, and then design and implementation constraints, and then our project timeline, and finally the most important part is requirement engineering process. Now we are going to discuss about the introduction part. Plant02 is a cross-platform mobile application. Our main goal is to help people to planting tree without any kind of hesitation. Plants are really important for our planet. Nowadays, the roof garden is quite popular, especially in cities. Those who love to plant trees on their roofs face many difficulties. They cannot take proper care of plants because of a lack of knowledge. Sometimes plants are affected by a disease. Regardless, they cannot know how to get rid of this disease. Hence, there is a need for Plant02 app for overcome this problem. In this slide, we are going to discuss about user classes and characteristics. There are 4 types of users in the system, as well as they are also known as the stakeholders. The first 2 are general users and premium users. In next slide, we will briefly discuss about general users and premium users, and the other 2 users are system administration and agronomist. Now we are going to talk about general users. Most users will be the general type of users. These members can access care tree and plant trees. Here in the right side of this picture, on this phone, the features of general users. There are mainly 4 features. First, plant tree, then care tree and chat, and general user can set the schedule. And next, premium users. So the next common type of user is the premium user. These users have some extra features rather than general members. Here in the right side of the picture, there is some premium features. First one, share schedule, helpline, then share events and find disease. Now we can see project timeline. At first, on our project timeline, we got feasibility study, then requirement specification, then third, user and system requirement, fourth, requirement initiation and analysis, fifth, requirement validation, and finally, requirement documentation. I am going to discuss about requirement specification. In this requirement specification, the first term is functional requirement. A functional requirement is a description of the service that software must do. Almost 16 functional requirements in our project. First, user sign up or registration. So at first, user have to registration or create a new account to access our application, and then user can log in. Then OTP verification, then select package. In our application, there are mainly 2 packages, regular package or premium package. Then share water schedule with friend, then user can check weather, then capture image and change profile picture. Next, search member, and as well as set water schedule, then notify member, change profile picture. A user can find tree or find disease, and these are mainly the premium features. And user can also call agronomist with the help of this helpline, and user can change number. Now I'm going to discuss use case description and activity diagram. My use case description is about sign up. In sign up button, here the left side is use case description and the right hand side is the activity diagram of the use case description. So the goal of sign up button or sign up use case is user create a new account providing their information, but the precondition is user must install our Plant02 app, and the success in condition is user has a new account and system has a new user information. In main success flow, user provide all the information and click the submit button. Then system receive the user information and user receive the OTP. In the right hand side in the activity diagram, we can easily see the sign up button. If a user become verified, then the process become end. In the right hand side activity diagram, first user can click the sign up button. If he or she already sign up, then he or she can easily log in our application. But at the first time when a user click the sign up button, user provide his or her information, then a OTP will be go to their phone through message or voice call. Then after verify the OTP, a new user can easily access his account. Now I request Aisha Asrin Ripa to continue this presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Aishana Sridipa. My topic is performance requirement. Performance requirement. It is very important to maintain performance of any software system. To ensure performance, we need to maintain some steps. Now I will explain some perspective by which we are going to enhance the performance of our project. Speed and latency requirement. The user will provide all the information in the system. The system will receive the user information and then send an OTP to the user for confirmation. The user should confirm OTP within 30 seconds. Precision and accuracy requirement. If the tree is diseased, user will scan the photo to find out the disease. Then the output value of the system must be accurate. So result must be accurate. Capacity requirement. The system will handle thousands of tree information. Dependability requirement. The term dependability is measured based on 4 dimensions such as availability, reliability, safety, security. If we want to say that our application system is dependable, then it must fulfill the 4 dimensions. Reliability and availability requirement. Our system must be available all day long, every day in a week. Robustness or fault tolerance requirements. The system handles all user access without system errors. Safety requirements. Our system will not contain any malware and this will not harm any stakeholder device. Bormon already described sign up. Now I will describe activity diagram and use case description for login. Use case description and activity diagram for login. Use case login. Goal, enjoy the benefits of the app. The precondition is user must sign up previously. Success and condition. User will be able to enjoy the benefits of the app and the app will provide service. Failed and condition. User will not be able to enjoy the benefits of the app and the app will not provide service. Here primary actor is user and the secondary actor is system. Trigger. User must provide phone number and password, then click on the login button. Main successful action. User provide phone number and password, then click on the login button. Then system receive the user information. Then system verify valid user and also validate username and password. Then system allow user to access the system. Then user logged in. Alternative flow. If user forget password, then he request for new password. System sent a OTP. User confirm OTP. Then user set a new password. Yeah, if user provide incorrect password, system shows an error message. and then user provide correct password and user may log in. There is no quality requirement for login. Activity diagram for login. User enters login name and password. If user enters correct name and password, user successfully logged in and go to the next step homepage. If user enters incorrect password, user cannot log in. Then system display error message. Then user again enter correct password. If user forget password, user request for new password. System sent a OTP through message or voice call. If user verified through OTP, then user set new password using new password and phone number. User can successfully log in. Now I would like to call Dalip to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashana Sinripa. Now this is Abdul Alif. I am continuing the next part of our presentation in the requirement specification, maintainability and supportability requirement. It is very important to provide after service or support the end user. In maintainability requirement, the system will provide two types of maintenance. First of all, update plant information. Here we can add new plant information or update plant information. System can be add new information of any new plants. And the second, system helps to update user profile like profile picture, user contact, event, etc. In supportability requirement, the system meets testability, maintainability, compatibility, configurability, serviceability, which are related to supportability requirement. Use case description and activity diagram. Here, sign up and logging has already discussed by Gaurav Burman and Ayeshandra Ripa. Now I am discussing about find disease use case and activity diagram. Here is the use case description and the activity diagram named find a disease. The use case is find the disease, and its goal is to find the disease of the plant properly. Its precondition is user must properly validate for 7 days trial, properly validate for premium package, and must come to the home page. Success end condition is user will be able to find the disease of the plant properly, otherwise user will not be able to find the disease of the plant properly. Then the main success flow. At first user clicked on find disease button, then user have to input the tree name and the affected portion name, and the find button will be visible and the user will click on find button. We look at the activity diagram named find disease to get information about any disease of any kind of plants like flowers or vegetable. At first user must click on trigger find disease button, then the system will ask in the tree name and affected portion name, and then the find button will visible. User must be click on the find button, then the camera will turn on. The camera will capture image, and then the information will describe about the disease. Next, I am invite to Dhruvakanto Bokshi to continue the next part of our presentation.
Thank you, Abdullah Alif, to give me an opportunity to represent my presentation. This is Dhruvakanto Bokshi. Requirement specification. A security requirement is a goal of set out and for an application at its inception. Every application of fits need or a requirement. For an example, an application might need to allow customer to perform actions without selling customer service. Just you say lay out those actions and outcomes and goal for an final application. You must include the security goal. The next step is access requirement. For access information, the system will use an authorization techniques to ensure the correct data is used by an correct user. The next step is indicative requirement. which refers to a security system to ensure data quality. It's also ensured that all data of a system would never be exposed. So there is use case description and activity diagram. Abdul Alif already described uh, find disease. So now I will describe carrying trees. So use case description of carrying trees. So at first, the goal of to properly goal up to the plan. Precondition: user must select a package and comes to the home page, and if the user will be able to properly grow up the plan, else user will not able to properly grow up the plan. The other main success flow, that is, at first user have to click carrying trees button. After clicking carrying tree buttons, user will be access three features. There is water scheduling, find trees, and share with friends. So water scheduling, so carrying trees has also activity diagram. Water scheduling has also more features. There is click water and water report. The find trees and share with friends also contains more features. Find trees contains select flower, select fruit, and select vegetables. And share with friends also contain share with schedule. So in the activity diagram, we highlight the whole process of carrying trees. So now I will request Saurabh Devnath to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Dhruva. Hello, I am Saurabh Devnath. Now I will continue this presentation from here. Okay, so my first topic is the use case description and activity diagram of home page. Here, the goal is to navigate all the features by clicking the home page button, and an user can navigate all the features. So basically, the goal must have to navigate all the features by an user. From home page, any user can change their settings by clicking on the change settings button. Also, they can connect with their friends by clicking on the connect friends button. Also, they can find diseases for their plants by clicking on the find disease buttons, and they can also chat now with their friends by clicking on the chat now button. Also, there is a search button for searching anything from our application, and they can also, and a user can also directly connect with admin by clicking on the helpline button. And any user can also see their notification by clicking on the notification button. Okay, so my second topic is about the design and implementation constraint. So basically, for implement our application, we will use Python and JavaScript as our programming language. As we know, Python is a very good language for server-side scripting and also good for machine learning. As we need to implement machine learning model for our application, we are using Python as our backend programming language. And we will use Django as our backend framework, and for front-end framework we will use React as JavaScript framework. And we also know JavaScript is very good for our client-side scripting. And the next topic is requirement elicitation technique. Here we used interview and survey as our elicitation technique. For interview, for our project, we target urban citizens who are our primary stakeholders. At first, we tried to find out their wish for roof gardening, and most of them were excited about it. During the whole interview process, we get knowledge, and later we categorize the features through the output of the interview. And then for survey, we question based on high priority risk. We used a closed-end questionnaire that includes a predefined set of answers for all the questions, and the respondent has to choose from the answers. The next topic is requirement validation. As we know, validation guarantees that the criteria are valid and that the system is of the quality we desire. For review the requirements, we gather a small group of reviewers from various viewpoints to go over the documented requirements, analytic models, and also error-related information. For testing, we did write product expectation under specified situation, and we also write tests to see if the promised performance is being delivered accurately or not. For simulate the requirements, we have utilized marketing tools to simulate the proposed system instead of to increase the textual requirements by adjusting the needs of marketing. So here is our presentation. Thank you for watching.